Welcome back. Today what we're going to do is we are going to look at figure 5, 1I, stand from our level 2 multi-view drawings. And we are going to make that object. So I'm going to clear off my last object. Go ahead, new part. And we're going to start drawing this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it from the side, so this front view, and I'm going to not worry about that hole that's cut out of there. I'm going to do that afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead, click start, pick on a sketch, and I'm going to start drawing this object. So if we take a look, we're going to have to start figuring out all of our dimensions on here. So that's actually the same on both sides. So we're going to have to take some of these dimensions that we see on this side, and it will equal what's on the other side as well. And I'm going to go ahead and make a line, and I'm going to go 1 inch in. So we see I've got a 1 inch line. I'm also going to go 6 inches, so another line that's just overlapping that one. That goes all the way across. So I'm just going to bring that dimension down so you can see I've got the 6 inch, I've got the 1 inch, and then I'm going to start making more of my lines here. I'm going to come back 1 inch in, so that's both my bottom two parts here. And then I've got to start figuring out some of this other information. I know the height from that on up is 0.62 for the next line, so I could draw another line. And what I can do from there is I can dimension this line from the bottom. It said it was 0.62, enter. So I've got that set up. And then I have a 45-degree line that comes up on either side. So all I can just go ahead, draw myself a line, click enter, draw myself another line, and I'm going to dimension it, and it is 45 degrees on this side of the line. So right here, this needs to be 45 degrees. This one as well, 45 degrees. And then I can just use my trim command. So let's see, it's actually hiding. I can't see all of my modify. There we go. I pulled it out just so I can have it, because I don't have it full screen. It was hiding parts of it. So I'm using the trim command and just clicking on the parts I want to get rid of. As long as it's connecting to another line, shape, it will trim up to that next spot. So then I can just put my modify back in. There we go. And I have that bottom part set up. So that's just that bottom shape. And now I've got to go up and around the outside and figure out the rest of my shape. So my full height's 2.5, and these little lines are 0.7. So what I could do is I'll just for now draw a line all the way across. And I'm going to dimension that from the bottom up, and it's supposed to be 2.5. So I'm kind of doing the same things I did before. I'm just drawing some lines and then dimensioning later. So I've got both these from the outsides. Use my dimension command again. Click on one line, click on the other, and this was 0.75, or I'm sorry, 75 degrees. And 75 degrees again. And that is the outside of my shape. I can just go and use the trim command, which again, I might just have to keep that out for this instance. Alright, and then we come in 0.7, we go down 60 degrees, and then we have a line that is 1 inch off of this bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm first going to draw a line here. Just going straight across, and I know that's 1 inch up from here. So 1, enter. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw a line that is 0.7 in. Do the same thing from this side, 0.7, enter. And then I'm just going to draw some lines that are at an angle, just so I can go ahead and I can use my top line and make it 60 degrees. can use my trim command. And there we go, I have my shape. Now remember, I had this one line across the top and this other one that went all the way across the bottom that would cause me issues later when I'm trying to extrude. It might not let me extrude just the inside shape, it would try to do the whole thing. So I turn them into construction lines to make sure that my line is not picked when I'm trying to do the extrusion. I'm going to go finish sketch, extrude, full distance from front to back is 3, hit OK. Then I'm going to bring this object back out just so I can take a look at it. And it looks just like it does on that image over there. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out the center part. So I'm going to create a sketch on the top. And I'm going to use project geometry to project the side line from the left hand side. What happens is it shows that it goes in 2.5 from the side, 1 inch wide. So I'm going to go ahead, use that line, go in 2.5, then I'm going to go in another 1 inch, and then it goes back, it said 2 inches. And I can just come over, it'll snap into place, come down, and then I have the part I'm cutting out. Click on that, cut, OK, and now I have my object. Thanks for watching.